So do you want to shoot a torrent of fiery dragons, throw up saw blades made of rock, or perhaps air slashes to cut the enemy into pieces? Luckily, this game lets you do all of those things and much more, and combine them into a wonderful flurry of spectacle worthy of the Wizard of Legend. But as with most good things, they don't really last. The Wizard of Legend is a fast-paced dungeon crawler. Navigating the level feels intuitive and enjoyable. There's some excellent quality of life features here, such as auto sprinting after you've ran a short distance, being able to break barrels and debris, which usually contain currency, by simply running over them rather than having to attack them each time, and portals to important sections of the dungeon when you complete it truly allows you to focus on what the game does best: combat. And the Wizard of Legend's fast-paced combat is where it really shines. Mixing and matching your arcana, which are the spells that you get to use during combat, offers tons of freedom and flexibility. The game boasts over 100 unique spells, which means there's something for everyone. You'll be able to customize your initial 4 arcana: your basic attack, your dash, maybe add an ice clone on it or an electrical grid to block off pursuit, your special attack, and your signature attack. You'll also have access to 2 more slots to pick up whilst you're dungeon crawling to give you a plethora of attacks to combine. And the pleasure really does come from the spectacle of chaining these attacks together during combat in stylish ways while also dodging your enemy's attacks. Now, it's always quite difficult to look stylish in these types of games, I find, but it's there waiting for someone to achieve in the Wizard of Legend. It also utilises relics. These are items that you can pick up while exploring the dungeons, which augment your abilities, so additional basic attacks, longer dashes, increased damage with a particular element. While they can provide a really nice excitement to discovery, wondering what it'll do and how you can suddenly chain your skills in greater and greater ways, they never really dramatically change your fighting style in mind-blowing ways, especially in ways that you might see in other games like Binding of Isaac, which a particular run can get crazy. Though I did miss not being able to use infinite basic attacks after one particular run was over. So each run you do probably won't differ from each other one, except on the skills that you choose to equip at the beginning. Combat comes with several nuances. You'll be fighting similar enemies throughout the entire game. However, as you progress further through the levels, they'll become more powerful in the ways that do matter. Better dodging, more aggressiveness, better moveset, upping the challenge in the right way. The nuance comes through as we look at bosses especially. You'll get a mini boss at the end of every level, and a level dedicated to a main boss every 3rd level. The combat here revolves around a dodge and stun motif. So bosses will launch a barrage of attacks at you which you need to dodge or block in some way, and then they'll be left vulnerable while they either taunt or recuperate. And if you hit them during this short opening, it stuns them, allowing you to throw everything you've got at them in really stylish ways, and then you rinse and repeat. It's a really nice system, I feel, which allows a good flow during the combat. The story is very loose. You're a wizard who enters the Chaos Trials to become the next Wizard of Legend. When you complete the Chaos Trials, which consists of 10 levels, split into the sequence of 2 dungeon levels, then a main boss level, 2 dungeons, main boss, 2 dungeons, main boss, and finally the final boss, that's it. You've become the Wizard of Legend, so there's 10 levels per dungeon run. The length of the game did surprise me. I managed to complete the game in 2 hours on roughly my 4th playthrough. I managed to get through the whole 10 levels. While you do collect new arcana and relics that you can equip at the beginning and can switch up your skill set and enter the Chaos Trials again, it fails on incentivizing this replayability. Apart from a showcase of your skills and items from your last successful run, there's little to no acknowledgement that you actually succeeded. Without additional game modes such as an endless mode, deeper dungeons or wackier rules, you know the type of thing like less health, more enemies, harder enemies, bigger dungeon sizes, all these roguelike variables which could have been changed to increase the uniqueness of each repeat playthrough, it kind of feels a bit shallow. Bearing this in mind, the game does have local co-op and local PvP, and the developers are working on another zone, the Sky Palace. But I hope they'll add a greater emphasis on replayability, give me a reason that I want to step back in and explore the amazing amount of abilities that they've created. So I really liked The Wizard of Legend. I enjoyed every moment that I played it, and on that merit I would have no issue on recommending the game for what the game is. A really extremely fun, fast-paced dungeon crawler, but it is very short. There's replayability there to collect and experiment with all the spells, relics and outfits, but it's not the incentivization to do so after I've completed it. More content, more meat, more gameplay, and I'd give this top marks. Just more of the same, please.